It's Chuck Cameron. I'm standing here with Whitney Callio
That's correct.
on a beautiful Saturday morning in lovely Oxford, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you for taking just a minute or two, Whitney, to talk to me. What's going on here today? What is all this stuff in the parking lot of Oxford Middle School?
So we're holding one of our 4 NoHaz collection events that we have scheduled for 2024. NoHaz is a program that several communities in Oakland County belong to, where the residents are allowed to bring a lot of their household hazardous waste, things like paint, chemicals, computer and electronic equipment, batteries, just a lot of those items that you have in your household that we don't want in a landfill.
It helps us a lot as a resident of Oxford to have this, because there are always things that you're right, we can't legally get rid of in the trash. How did you get involved in this amazing thing that's going on today? What's your role here?
So I am the NoHaz coordinator for the county. The program started actually before I started working for the county, and it came about because there were a lot of programs available to residents in the southern part of the county, but not so much in the northern communities. So some of those communities decided to come together. The county facilitates the program for the communities. But yeah, we've been here since 2003 doing this. Well,
thank you again. It's a wonderful service. Yeah. So I see lots of people with these bright chartreuse blazers. Are these all volunteers?
Behind us is our vendor, who actually manages the waste as it leaves the site and properly disposes of it. These are their workers. So we do have volunteers, a few from the county, as well as from the member communities usually send someone. We work on the registration, the traffic control. We don't actually manage the waste because we need the people who are trained to sort and package that waste. That's who actually takes the waste.
And there are lots of folks out here too. Apparently, this is quite an organization to put together all these people that are trained enough to know where this goes and that goes and stuff. That's a lot of work, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know our vendor has a big roster of people who work different shifts and different responsibilities within the collection event. So yeah, it takes a lot of people, but that helps us to get everybody unloaded quickly, so we're not waiting in long lines. So
yeah. If those of you who are watching haven't been involved in this, it's a great organization and it's a great operation. It's very efficient and effective, and you can handle and have handled dozens and dozens and dozens of cars full of gunk and roll in and roll out. So if you don't know about this, watch your email and watch your local involvement, because it's a good thing to do. Thank you, Whitney, for the time. I appreciate it. Yeah. Good to talk to you.
You too.
I'll get out of your way.
Okay.
So you can get back to work.
Yes. Okay. We'll do. Thank you.
Okay, I'm standing here with a good man, Joe Ferrari. Joe, what's going on here today, buddy?
We got NoHaz going on for Oxford, Addison, Orion, and the surrounding communities, those that participate. It's a good way to dispose of your e-waste, your paint, things like that. Right. And it's keeps out of the landfills, it keeps off of our back roads, and it's a great thing that Oakland County coordinates with us.
We agree. So how did Oxford get involved? This is a wonderful service. I'm a fan.
Yeah, we've been involved for many years now. Usually somebody from the township board volunteers. I'm the volunteer for this term.
Congratulations.
And we help everybody get through all the different sites. We have it here, OU, and there's a couple other different sites we have. It's really good for the people to be able to dispose of this instead of it ending in other situations.
Well, we really appreciate, as a citizen, we really appreciate the fact that there's a place I can go to legitimately get rid of stuff I don't know how to get rid of otherwise. So thank you.
You're very welcome. We're glad to offer it.
All right, so y'all pay attention to your notices in the paper and where all can they find out about these kind of NoHaz days?
Facebook. Okay. Sometimes it'll be on our website. It'll be in OaklandCountyNoHaz.com. You can always check out there for the next sites.
All right. Keep in touch. Watch for it and get rid of stuff you don't need in a legitimate, legal way, right?
Correct.
All right. For Joe, this is Chuck saying, have a great Saturday. Chuck and Mario standing here in front of the Legacy Center. Mario, you got a bunch of boys in there. How'd you get involved in scuba diving? To start with that, if you would.
My dad was an old Navy guy, and when I was about 15 years old, he got me interested in scuba diving after a long career of swim teams growing up, and eventually being a lifeguard in high school and into college. I started scuba diving on and off, and then when I got a little bit older and had kids that got interested in scuba diving, I decided that getting a little bit more interested in the safety aspect of it was key. And I took a few extra classes, became a rescue diver, and eventually a dive master. Worked a few years for a local dive shop that eventually closed. And when he did, I opened up my own shop, and here I am.
How long ago was that?
I've been doing this on my own now for about 5 years. I was a dive master for 3 years before that.
Got it. Okay, so you've got a room full of boys, and we interrupted you going through the PowerPoint presentations. You're teaching them classroom stuff tonight. Tell us a little bit about what you're trying to teach them tonight, and then we'll talk about tomorrow.
So the classroom material is mostly about safety and about what they're going to see when they get into the water. So when we get out in the water tomorrow, it'll be more the practical skills. But starting out with the book work that they've been doing to prepare for the classroom, then they have the presentation in here, and then their written exam, and all of that is preparing them for eventually getting into the water and doing the skills that they see in the books and they've watched in the videos and then discussed in the classroom.
So once they're finished, they'll be certified? Is that right?
They're here for an open water certification, so they will be, as open water divers, they'll be certified to a maximum depth of 60 feet. And they're going down to sea base as part of their training. So after they're done here, they're going to go on an adventure down in Florida.
That sounds so good. They won't be needing much 60-foot diving down there.
They probably won't be doing a whole lot of 60-foot diving because everything else there is a whole lot shallower. But they will be certified to a maximum depth of 60 feet. So when they come back here, there's plenty to see at 60 and beyond.
So wonderful that they get to start life this young, being able to dive. And hopefully someone will stay with it.
A couple of them, I've spoken to their dads, and they've got parents that are certified scuba divers. So it's a great family adventure to do as well. My daughters and I love to go diving together. It's a lot of fun to do with the family as you're going on vacation. We tend to go places that have a beach. My wife's a big water lover. But she doesn't like to go in the water. She just likes to be near it, at the water. My daughters and I like to be under the water.
Excellent. All right. Under the sea, right?
Under the sea, yeah.
Right. Well, thank you for your time. I'll let you get back to teaching. It's great to meet you. And we look forward to seeing what you guys are doing tomorrow with the boys.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. That's Chuck and Mario. Stay tuned.
So we talked about handling precautions with regard to a heavy cylinder. Obviously, we're going to talk about it tomorrow when you've got a cylinder in your hand.
Okay, Chuck Cameron back again with Steve Antone. Steve, you brought some boys out here to learn a bit about scuba diving. Tell us about how the troop got involved in an event that sounds really wonderful, going down to the Keys, and how you guys chose the fellas who participate. Tell us a little bit about the story.
Yeah, so every year we choose to go to what we call a high adventure activity, usually in the summertime. And this year we decided to go to Florida Sea Base. So we're going to be scuba diving in the Florida Keys, and we needed to be certified in order to go down there and do it. So we started looking around for scuba certification locations, and one of our assistant scoutmasters found Michigan Scuba Sports.
Got it. So where is the scout troop based?
We're based in Bloomfield Hills, out of Christchurch, Cranbrook.
Got it. Well, welcome to the Great White North.
Yes, thank you. There's some traffic getting here, but it's lovely once we're here.
There would be that. So how many boys and when do you go?
So we've got a crew of 7 people going, 5 boys and 2 adults. Nice. And we leave August 2nd and we come back August 9th.
Where will you be staying?
We're staying in Isla Morada in the Keys. Yep. At a scout camp. And there are different adventures you can do where you either live on the boat or you live in cabins. We're going to be doing the cabin crew. So then we do, they say 11 dives over the 6 or 7 days. So
beautiful water down there.
Yes, it's supposed to be very clear.
Have you done any scuba diving before?
I've snorkeled, but I've never scubaed before. So this is new for me.
Snorkel's a good entry.
Right.
The first question in your exam. and it should have a grid that looks like this. So we talked about you're under when you're on the beach, and we all said how many? 1. So 1 bar or 1 atmosphere of pressure. So air at that point, it has its normal density.
Hey, Chuck, Cameron, and Will, how are you, buddy?
I'm great. How are you?
Excellent. Chuck and Will, the Chuck and Will show this evening. We're at a beautiful evening here in Oxford. You are with a bunch of your other scouts. You were learning about scuba diving. Is that true, Will?
Yeah, that's correct.
Well, tell us why you got started on this, and tell us what you're hoping to do.
So we got started on this because this August we're going down to Florida, the Florida Keys, for a high adventure experience. It's called Sea Base, and we're basically just going to be scuba diving for a couple days, about a week or so.
That sounds like a great time. The Keys are wonderful.
Yeah, it's great.
So have you ever scuba dived before?
No.
Okay. Do you swim?
Yeah, I'm actually on the swim team at my high school.
Got it. Okay, so swim in school, scuba would be kind of a step into a new stuff, huh?
Yeah.
right.
I've been snorkeling before,
Yep.
but that's about where it's been.
Seems like a good foundation, huh?
Yeah.
So how many guys and how many scout leaders would be going to the Keys with you?
I believe it's 2 or 3 scout leaders and 6 or 7. I'm not sure on the exact numbers, but
Got it. All right. And you guys are in here tonight learning stuff, sitting in the classroom. It looked like a lot of fun, by the way, sitting in the classroom. And then tomorrow you get to get in the water?
yes, tomorrow. I think it's just down the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
Up there. All right. All right. Well, Will, thanks for taking a minute. I appreciate it. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right? Let's head inside, all right?
All right.
All right. We're going inside. Stay tuned.
Buoyancy control or buoyancy compensating device. So it's going to compensate for the weight of that belt so that you can control your buoyancy. So ideally, so part of the training is learning how to put your own rig together. So these guys are going step by step through the process of building their own kit. They start by putting their BCD on their tank, making sure that the tank bands and the safety straps are on properly. Next, we're going to work on regulators and getting the regulator onto the tank. And then we'll be able to get the process of putting the rigs on and getting them in the water, and then start skills. Air to the hair. So the air valve has to be pointing at the back of your head. Like that, like that. Good.
And do I
Yeah, so now,
Yeah.
remember how it wiggled? Now it doesn't wiggle at all.
check mine?
Wiggles a little bit. Rigs are built, kits are together, they're gonna start putting on their wetsuits, and then we're gonna get in the water and do a weight check. Weight check is basically to see if we've got enough weight on their belts to get them to sink, and then after that, we move over to the controlled area and start working on mask skills and regulator skills for the first day. This thing is gonna be against your back, so this is gonna go around your back. Where's your weight belt?
Okay, the basic principles of diving is each scout has approximately 10% of their weight in a belt that goes around them, so they're kind of sinking a little bit. And what they do is they take the buoyancy compensator device
You're gonna
here,
figure out who your dive
and this
buddy
is a vest that they wear with their tank that inflates with air. So now they are allowed to control whether they sink or float, and so they're nice and trimmed out. So all they got to do is nice little flutter kicks, and they coast right through the water. It is supposed to be nice and easy, shouldn't be any effort. Scuba diving is supposed to be a very relaxed sport, and all this gear, once you learn how to trim everything out, makes it nice and simple.
So on the other side, you should have one that says Octo Holder. Yeah, he's good. Don't put them on yet. We're gonna get in the water and check your weight. So once everybody's got their rigs together, they got their equipment on, We do a weight check to make sure that everybody can sink. There's a couple that need a little bit more weight, so we're adding some weight, and then we're gonna get them out and start the skills.
We are out here with Oxford Township Parks and Recreation Supervisor Dawn. Dawn, can you tell us a little bit about what went on today?
Yeah, so today we had children ages 3 and up for our Garden Explorer event. And we invited Mrs. Don from DA. She's a second grade teacher. She came out and she read a couple of garden stories to the kids. My garden supervisor, Mary Rowley, and I divided up the kids and we took them on a walk of the garden and showed them some of our fruit trees and the asparagus plants and raspberry plants, and then all of the plants that we actually have in our garden that we started with seeds. So we showed them all of that, and then they were able to plant green beans. We gave them green bean seeds, and they went in and they planted green beans, and we've invited them to come back later this summer to check out those green bean plants to see the growth and hopefully help us harvest. So lots of activities. In addition to that, they each are taking home a pot that they planted lettuce seeds. So they can take lettuce seeds home and then see if their lettuce will grow at home and then be able to eat it, of course. So yeah, so a lot of stuff today. We finished with a craft. We made scarecrows, and these scarecrows, they look amazing. They all brought in product to help build those scarecrows. So we will get them set in the garden, and hopefully it'll keep all those animals away from the garden. So it's been fun. It's been a great day. So I have Lucy over here. Come over here, Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
This
So
is
nice
Lucy.
to meet you.
Yeah, this is Allison.
Hi, Lucy.
And what did you do in the garden today? Why don't you share with everybody what you did? And you got to speak up really loud, okay?
I went to
Did you plant some seeds? Yeah. What kind of seeds did you plant? Green beans?
green beans.
Green beans, okay. Did you like planting the seeds? Did you like making the scarecrow?
Yeah, making a scarecrow.
What did you put on your scarecrow?
A scarf.
Very cool.
Well, thank you, Lucy,
Thank
for
you so
sharing.
much.
Yeah, thanks for sharing with Allison and I, okay? Maybe we'll see you this fall, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Bye, Lucy.
Bye, Lucy. So,
Yeah, that's great.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, lots of kids. I think we had 20 kids.
Wow.
So it was a successful,
Yeah.
successful day. We're going to do another Garden Explorer in the fall.
Okay.
Late August, early September, I believe it is, and they'll come out and again and help harvest and help us clean the garden to get
Yes.
it ready for next year.
Got it. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. What do you think your favorite part about organizing this was?
Just to see the excitement in the kids and just how they all came together to build these scarecrows, and see the smiles on their faces just really warms the heart, and know that we've showed them something and educated them is it's great. So I'm really thankful to my helpers, Robin and Mary, and hope that they'll all come back in the fall.
Well, that's wonderful. Is this the first year that you've put on this event?
No, this is actually our second year.
Okay,
so
great.
we started our first year, I think we had 12 or 14 kids, and this year we actually ended up with a wait list. So
Wow.
yeah, so we actually had 24 sign up, and I think 20 showed today. So
Great turnout.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
yes, so thank you so much, Allison.
Oh my gosh, of course. It was great speaking with you.
Yeah.
This is Ruby. She's 7 and she's here at the event today. Ruby, can you tell me a little bit about what you did today?
Today I made a scarecrow, planted lettuce, and I had fun meeting all of you.
That's so sweet. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. What did you end up putting on your scarecrow? That's okay. You got it? Did you use any fun colors?
Yeah.
That's great. Oh my gosh. Okay, what was your favorite part of today?
Everything.
Everything. Oh my gosh. Who did you come here with?
Mom.
Your mom? That's so fun. And then did you make any friends?
Yep.
You met some new people though.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Did your summer just start?
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to this summer?
Playing outside.
Playing outside? Well, today was a great day to be outside. Pretty fun. You like the weather?
Yeah.
Good, good. And then, was this your first time ever coming to this garden?
Yeah.
What did you think about the garden?
It was cool.
Nice. What was your favorite part?
The tour.
The tour? What did you see on the tour?
All of the plants.
Nice. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for speaking to me.
You're welcome.
This is Cami. Cami, why are you out here today?
Today I'm here to help volunteer at the garden and just meet some new kids. Also for NHS, it was advertised on our advertising place, and then I got to sign up and partake in this.
That's wonderful. How long have you been in NHS?
I can only enter my junior year, so I will be in it this coming fall.
Great. Good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How did you feel about today's event?
I was really excited to do it because I really like the outdoors and I really like kids. I babysit a lot, so I was pretty excited for this.
So nice. Oh my gosh. And what a great way to be in the community, right?
Yes.
That's great. And then what would you say your favorite activity or your favorite part of today was?
I really liked building the scarecrows because I had a bunch of little girls on my team and we all just kind of worked together to build it. They were so cute, so.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, hello and welcome to our dedication of our new re-improved township park with the pickleball courts, and we have some other ideas to improve the park too in the future, so stand by on that. But anyways, today what we're going to do is dedicate the park, but I'd like to say just a few words to these are the people that actually, I'll tell you, there was Chester and a few people that live on Lakeville Lake, and they had an idea. They came and they said, could we give a check on pickleball courts? And I said, well, that's a novel idea, you know. Yeah, if you would like to, we could see what we can do. We can't guarantee anything. And so they wrote some checks as a donation. That's Chester and Jan. and Zakowski. Is that, you got to pronounce it right though? Stahowski. And then we also have Tisha and Mark Woolen. And then we also have Corinne and Tony Deemert, right? And then we also had Doug and Lori Lowe. Let me see. And of course, Tom Melaginski, we call him Tom Alphabet because he's got every letter in the alphabet in his name there. It was his company that did this. They did a wonderful job. And I'd also like to thank Kurt Carr and Silverado. They did the pillars here and donated their time and their labor. I'd also like to thank PEA Engineering. They're the ones that worked for the township and put this all together as far as the design and everything. I also like to thank Jamie, my deputy supervisor, and Bob Rudvick, who is the deputy clerk, because they did a lot here. There were a lot of renovations and painting, and they were wonderful. And in this heat, that means a lot. So anyways, what I'd like to say is a big thank you to Pauline Bennett. You won't find a better clerk in this county than Pauline Bennett, okay? And I will tell you why, because when it comes to getting grants, Pauline is the one that put the grant together through the county so that we would get some matching funds to put all this in. So a big thank you again to Pauline Bennett, and she's the one that does all of the grants. So anyway, she's our grant person. So other than that, the park, Charlie Peringian is here representing the park, and Tom, where's Tom? Right there, and there's Tom. And we'd like to thank them because they cleared all this ages ago and made sure that we would have a park here. As you know, we also have the sledding hill now. So we have outdoor activities for the kids. Instead of sitting in and playing on computers and different things, we actually have stuff on the outside. And when we get the new play set here, that'll be even better for everyone. And then we're hoping to put a pavilion along here so there'll be shade and some barbecue pits here so that you can actually have a family reunion or whatever. So anyways, other than that, who could I get? The park committee and Pauline come up here and help me cut this? Pauline. Who? Yeah, come on, Charlie. And Pauline, she did the grant. This is Charlie, one of our chairmen, and Tom, come on over here too. Oh, okay. We're ready, okay. One, who else? Anybody else? Oh, the board, come on up here. Yep, well, that's one thing I wanted to say is the board is the one that authorized all the money, okay? They're the most important, okay? The board, when this was presented to them, they authorized the matching funds that Pauline got on the grant. So we'll have a dedication here. I'll let somebody else cut if they would like.
I'll take it, Bruce.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah, let's get one.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. There he is. Hey. Well done. Yeah. Thank you all for coming. And I know it's very hot, so I don't expect anybody to sit out here too long. We can go inside, but grab some refreshments and take a tour of the pickleball courts if you haven't. And thank you, Tom. You did a wonderful job, and it was a joy working with you. I was out here many times with you on a lot of different issues, and you are just the best. Thank you.
Thank you.